G'day, welcome to the show. Soul Covers here. We are back. It is Sunday, the 10th of August. Going to keep this short and sweet. We go 2-1 yesterday. Still in the red for August, but we made some nice, nice progress towards getting back in the green. Yeah, obviously very frustrating to bet on the Sparks -1, closes at 4. That one doesn't hit, but we do cash on the under. That was one of the more sweat-free bets you can place. 168.5. That closes at 165, and we also cashed the under between the Sky and the Fever. That one closed at around 164. So, we've got a lot of action for the next 2 days. There's 5 games on Sunday and there's 1 game on Monday, and I'm actually just gonna skip to this game on Monday, where I'm a little bit shook right now. So we have the Connecticut Sun playing in Golden State on Monday, and this total opened at 166.5. It is only bet 365 in the US. The score in Canada, Ladbrokes, Neds in Australia have this game priced. Not many places have this game priced. And yeah, I've got this game at 153.5. We have Golden State, who are the best under team in the league at home and overall. They're the slowest paced team in the league. We have the Connecticut Sun, who are either the worst offense in the league or the second worst. Let me just double check that. But look, even if you don't want to believe my numbers that I've got on screen, like here's something for you. These two teams have played twice so far. These two teams have played twice so far. Both of their totals haven't sniffed 166.5. Both of their totals haven't even gotten to 160. I mean, yes, one of their games went over. It finished at 159. I'm just very shook by this. I don't know why this total is so high. I expect it to open at maybe this 156 number right here. Maybe that's what it'll open at. Connecticut, worst offense in the league. Golden State, mid-tier defense, mid-tier, actually one of the bottom half of the league offensively. So, look, I'm just going to say I've bet 5 units on it. We are on the under for 5 units in this Valkyries and Sun game. We'll see where this game opens up in once the sharp books price it, once even FanDuel prices it. I trust FanDuel's opinion a bit more than Bet365. We'll see where the rest of the market prices this game, but I'm pretty confident it will not be at this number. Let's move on to the games that are actually on Sunday. That was Saturday. Here we go. Liberty, and you're gonna have to forgive me, guys. I am just a little bit flummoxed right now, but whew, just deep breaths. Okay, so we have the Liberty and the Lynx. Obviously, we know no Brianna Stewart, no Nafisa Collier. Numbers I got on my screen account for both those players being in the lineup. If they were fully healthy, I would have it Minnesota favored by 2.5 points. But we know how many injuries they've got, and yeah, we see this line open at 2.5. FanDuel opened it at 2.5. Did not last long. And yeah, we see it at 4 now. We see all the sharp books. They opened it at 3.5, moved to 4. So I certainly understand that, and I took the Liberty -2.5 for 2 units. So like I said, we got a lot of action coming our way over the next couple days. For me, it's pretty simple. We've got the Liberty, who are in a bit of a revenge spot, coming off a loss to the Lynx back in Minnesota about 2 weeks ago. I don't feel great about this Minnesota team without Nafisa Collier. Obviously, Dejanay Carrington, she's been a very solid addition to this team. But you look at the replacement options on Minnesota, like Carrington, Jessica Shepard, and then you look over on the Liberty side, and they've got Emma Miesemans just stepping in. Plug her in, obviously. I mean, she's very, very good. And her minutes just keep going up and up. She's becoming more comfortable in this system. So, look, yeah, at 2.5, I really like the Liberty at current prices. We see a lot of 4s. We see a couple 3.5s, -115. Look, I'll leave that with you, whether you want to go take a 3.5 -115. It's pretty widely available. I don't actually see this going too much further than like 4.5. So we'll see. Looking at the total, I personally just don't have a great feel for how to price Collier to a total. She's Defensive Player of the Year last year, but her on-off stats, Minnesota's a lot better offensively with her on the floor. Their defense doesn't really skip a beat when she's off the floor, but the on-off stats, they are a bit noisy. Like, she's playing a lot of minutes with the starting lineup. So look, I've got nothing here on the total. We haven't really seen it move either way. So let's move on to the Mystics and the Wings. We know that Brittany Sykes is no longer on the Mystics. We know Paige Beckers is probable for this game. So we saw this open at 2, and we see it at 3 now. 3.5's out there. Is there a 4? No. Mainly 3 or 3.5. So yeah, look, I've got this at basically a pick'em. If the Mystics had Brittany Sykes, they do not. She's pretty important for this team, and although she's not like she made the All-Star team as a injury replacement, but you just got to look at Brittany Sykes versus the players that are coming in to replace her. Like, Jade Melbourne is now their starting point guard. Like, this was a Washington team that already struggles offensively, even with Brittany Sykes, and they're bringing in like not great players to replace her, so she might be worth more to a Washington spread compared to the average WNBA team. Like, if Brittany Sykes is playing for the Lynx and they've got Courtney Williams, Natasha Heidemann, like, those are 2 great point guards. But here, like, Brittany Sykes' impact is important, and where I'm leading with this is I'm on the Dallas Wings -2.5. Got that down for 1 unit. I'm also on the under in this game. I didn't get the best of it. I actually played this under 164 at Bet365. This is a great price. We see Circa at 163. We see Pinnacle at 163.5, but it's shaded towards the under. So I've been harping on, like, in previous episodes as well, that I'm very concerned about this Mystics team offensively without Brittany Sykes. And yeah, I think this is an absolutely great price. It should close ahead of the market and under 164. And we also played a fun little parlay on this game as well. When Bet365 had it at -2.5, I parlayed them both together for a third of a unit. Why not? I expect both of those numbers to. I expect both of those numbers to close ahead of the market. Hopefully, should be a fun, positive EV parlay. I wouldn't go ahead and play that parlay now. And yeah, let me know if you were able to get in on that. I know a few people. Shout out to Vis as well. I know he can only get down $1 on Bet365 parlays. If you're like limited at Bet365 and it's just not worth me posting parlays from there, just let me know and I won't. Let's move on to the Dream and the Mercury. So this is an interesting game where we have Brittany Griner and Ryan Howard going from doubtful now to questionable. We saw this spread open at 3.5. It dipped down to 2.5 on that news, and it has now gone back out to 3.5. And this is an interesting spot because, like, yeah, I've got this priced as a pick'em, but I'm just very hesitant to take the dream side. Like, they are 2-0 straight up and against the spread versus the Mercury, and like I don't know. I expect them, like, the Mercury of, like, they've righted the ship a little bit after a rough patch, which included a big blowout loss to this dream team. I expect that revenge will be on their mind, and I'm just a little bit hesitant to take this dream team. It does look like some Phoenix action has entered the market as well. We see Circa at 3.5. We see Pinnacle at 3.5, heavily juiced towards Phoenix. So I don't really want to touch the spread. An angle that I'm looking to attack, but I haven't, is, so yeah, I've got this at 160 to 163. We've seen this total creep up a little bit. If Brittany Griner and Ryan, or if Brittany Griner gets ruled in, Ryan Howard gets ruled out, then I would be looking to take the under. That's an angle that I want to attack. I haven't as of yet. We will see. Let's move on to Seattle versus LA. Seattle really struggling right now, coming off 3 or 4 straight losses. We have LA just coming off. They're coming in on a back-to-back. They just lost to the Valkyries in a very low-scoring game. We saw this spread open at 3.5. It is now up to 4. I personally am holding a Seattle minus. Look, I bet it at -3, but it moved straight away. So I'm just going to grade it at 3.5. This is actually still available right now. You can get 3.5 minus 106 at FanDuel, which I do think is solid considering that Circa's at 4. Pinnacle is at 3.5, and it's heavily juiced towards the Seattle Storm. I just think, like, this is a rock bottom price that you're getting this Storm team at. Like, yes, they've lost 4 straight, but let's have a quick look at some of their previous matchups where they have been priced, because I do not think I don't think that it's been this short for the Storm. So I mean, they played a week ago in Seattle, where, yeah, I suppose the Storm, they closed around 4.5, 5-point favorites, but that was where the rest advantage was a little bit similar. That's where it wasn't like a desperation spot for the Storm, and it wasn't where the Sparks are on a back-to-back. So I do like the Storm here. You can pick up a great price at FanDuel right now. We've seen the total creep up a little bit from 170.5 to 172. I've got this at 169.7. So I can't recommend to go in on the over. Maybe come back in on the under, but so far it's just been over action. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see where the market takes us. But yeah, Storm -3.5. Last game on the card is the Connecticut Sun and the Las Vegas Aces. We saw the spread open at 13. It went down to 12, and now it's back at 13. We see the sharp books around 13 as well. We see Pinnacle at 12.5. Yeah, I mean, I make this Aces -11.5. So projecting a little bit of value here on the Sun, but the Aces have been playing really well. They've won 4 straight. I mean, they could win 5 straight and not cover this number, but they've been playing really well. They're in the hunt for a playoff spot. So, and considering like the 2-sided sort of action here, I can't get to placing a wager on the Connecticut Sun. Where I have placed a wager is on the under. We picked it up at under 167.5. That number is no longer available. I make this 164.8. So definitely projecting a bit of value here on the under. You can actually go grab a 167.5 at DraftKings, BetMGM. This total did creep down and it came back up. So a bit of 2-sided action here, but this is a spot where I am willing to play into that and take the under on 167.5, you can still go ahead and grab that. Let's have a look at our best bets for this episode, where we've got a lot of action. A lot of action. You can see all of it on my screen. Look, we'll see where this 5-unit play. We'll see where that plays out. Maybe I'll just post a little poll on Twitter once the rest of the market prices this game, because I'm still just a little bit stunned by this number. Still a little bit stunned by this number, and yeah, look, that's my card. In terms of best available bets, you can still grab this Washington. You can still grab Washington under 164. You can get that at Bet365. You can get Seattle -3.5 at FanDuel. You can get Connecticut at Vegas under 167.5, and you can get this Connecticut at Golden State Valkyries under 166.5. You can get all of it. Make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe. Feel free to comment down below if you have any questions. You can DM me as well. Sometimes I'm a bit slow to respond, but I'll do my best. Until next time, let's get the book salty!